It's a Wednesday evening and the signing that everyone saw coming for the past few days has officially been announced. Hull City have acquired the signature of Louie Barry on loan from Aston Villa, the top scorer in League One this season for Stockport, the promising 20-year-old or 21-year-old attacker who was been doing fantastic stuff. The only English graduate from the Barcelona Academy is now a Hull City player, certainly for the next 6 months, and we will reevaluate it, of course, in the summer. Of course, there's been one of the promising youth prospects in English I want to say history, but certainly in English recent times. Pretty much every championship club wanted him, and he's chosen Hull City as his destination. In this video, we're going to go through what Hull City have said on the matter, what my thoughts and reactions are on this one, and then I'm going to go through a few words from the man himself, Louie Barry. So let's go through first. Hull City are delighted to announce the signing of forward Louie Barry on loan from Aston Villa until the end of the season. Equally effective on the left or through the middle, the 21-year-old enjoyed an exceptional first half of the season on loan at Stockport County, scoring an impressive 16 goals in 24 matches. That is fantastic. His electric performances saw him named the League One Player of the Month for August and November, while he was in the third tier's leading marksman at the time before his Aston Villa recall. As I said that, I believe he is still the top scorer for League One, even though he got recalled at the beginning of January, and now, the 29th of January, which is a little bit crazy. In August, Barry became only the fourth player to win the EFL's Young Player of the Month award twice, having previously achieved the accolade in September of 2023 during his first spell at Stockport. Selling at Edgeley Park, he helped the Hatters lift the League Two title during an injury-disrupted 2023-24 campaign, netting 9 goals in 22 matches and earning another Player of the Month prize. Born in Sutton Coldfield, the former West Bromwich Albion youngster became the first English player to join Barcelona's renowned La Masia Academy before arriving at Aston Villa in 2020. An FA Cup youth winner in 2021, the attacker scored on his only senior Villa appearance to date in an FA Cup tie against Liverpool in January of that year at age 17. This is the player we're talking about. The 2021-22 season was spent on loan at Ipswich Town and Swindon Town, for whom he notched 6 goals in 16 matches as the Robins reached the League Two playoffs. Barry gained further experience in the 2022-23 campaign, first with Milton Keynes, where he played 32 games, and then for Salford City, featuring 21 times as the Ammies finished in seventh in the fourth tier of English football. The forward has represented both England and Republic of Ireland at youth level, top scoring as the Young Lions won the 2018 Tournoi Valdemane, probably butchered that, very sorry, before claiming the 2019 Serenka Cup. Some words from Barry now. So, Louie Barry said, "I'm really excited to have a good start to the season, and hopefully I can end it really well. I've got lots of goals in my mind that I want to achieve here. I spoke to the gaffer, and he said that all the right things. I watched the Sheffield United game, which we suspected, and that was a big turning point for me because everything the gaffer said was spot on and came to fruition. That was the deal-maker game. That was it. The Sheffield United game. We're hearing it from the man himself. I just want to get out there now. I haven't played for about a month, so I'm chomping at the bits to get out and hopefully score a few goals. I started the season off by scoring goals and creating chances. I want to end it in the same way. I'm hungry, probably hungrier than ever, and I've got to prove the point in the Championship. I've never played in the Championship, so it's my turn to get out there and show people what I can do." Welcome, Louie. Welcome, Louie, indeed. This is definitely the signing of the transfer window, probably not only for City, but probably for the entirety of the Championship. Maybe you look at Sheffield United grabbing Tom Cannon and Ben Brereton Diaz. I think this is better. Both of them went missing when we played them. This player, I do not think he will go missing. Most likely going to grab his Hull City debut when we face off against Stoke on Saturday in the Championship at the MKM Stadium. So that is going to be a big game for City. for Louie Barry as we look to capitalise on the significant 3-0 win against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane and capitalise it at home. And it should be a big turnout, of course, with the news of Louie Barry being there, and he'll probably be on the bench, I say, and he'll probably get some minutes and maybe even score a goal. He's one of these players where it's not a case of when is his next goal going to come. It's more of a case of how is he going to score his next goal. He's fantastic playing through the middle, playing out on the left. And during this Hull City setup that we have at the moment, I presume he'll play a lot of his time out on the left. Left wing is definitely a weak point for the club at the moment. But with Louie Barry there, it's an automatic strength. To think that Joe Geldhart is going to be fighting for some competition there, that's a good thing, to have competition in them levels. To think that he could play through the centre, give competition to Gustavo Puerta, that's a promising aspect. There's a lot of competition across the attacking areas at the moment. And I think Louie Barry adding another solid fuel to the fire and a very, very good player at that proves that the levels of what Ruben Sayers is building here at Hull City. To say that the Sheffield United game was a turning point for him, well, it was a turning point for many of Hull City fans, wasn't it? Many fans saw that game, went, right, this is full blown what Ruben Sayers wants out of this team, what this team can produce under Ruben Sayers, and that filled me with so much hope moving forwards, not only for the possible transfers we could bring in like Louie Barry, but for what the club can produce. And I think Louie Barry will be a perfect fit into this. Well, he is going to be. I mean, it's not a case of will he do it. It's a case of when will he do it. And of course, I don't want to press on to the future too much, but if Louie Barry impresses and Hull City are nice to Aston Villa, I can presume that Louie Barry may get chucked back to Hull City as we push for some sort of promotion playoffs aspect next season, and Louie Barry could be a key figure in that, of course, coming out on loan again. But of course, if he's not, it's nice to have a little part in this player's story. We've seen it so many players in Hull City's past. You look at Jared Bowen, had a few fantastic years at Hull City. Jane Philgy now doing it well as well. Adrian even said the other day, like, the reason this deal got over the line was because of what Ruben Sayers has done, what Ruben Sayers is saying, but it's also because of what the club has done with previous talent. 6 players that we had last season are playing in the Premier League now. That is brilliant to think, and Louie Barry will be one of them in a few years' time. Let's not forget that. But also, what Adrian said was the way that the club feels like a family. One family, one dream. We know the saying. And for the fans to bring them players in, the fans will automatically bring Louie Barry in. I'm sure his name has probably been put on a few backs of Hull City shirts already. And hopefully he can produce some goals to... nearly dropped my camera there. Produce some goals to... go alongside it. I've been seeing people throwing out around numbers. Is it going to be 10 goals? Is it going to be more than 10 goals that he's going to get in this half of the season? He scored 16 in 24 games in League One. Of course, Championship is a step up from that. But in a Hull City side where the goals, in theory, can come, and with Louie Barry's style of play, they can come to him. So it's going to be a promising time for City, promising time for Louie Barry, and I'm here for it. Join along for the ride by liking and subscribing to keep updated on everything Hull City. Of course, transfer business is not over yet. The transfer deadline closes on Monday, so a lot more action to happen. Of course, Louie Barry will be making his debut on Saturday against Stoke, so stick around for the matchday vlog of that and every bit of news, content around Hull City that you want to see. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Up the Tigers!